Good morning everyone. So today we're at a Honda. It's a Civic and this is the SI 2010. So we believe this is the 1.4 iVTEC engine. Customer's complaint is a misfire. And I think you can see that. It's not very smooth. So I'll show you the scan tool and I'll show you the check engine light. So you can see there the check engine light is flashing. So that tells you there's a misfire, and usually when it does that, it cuts the injector as well, so you've got to watch. So if you look at the scan tool, I have codes, I'll go back to them, but for injector 3 and injector 4 misfire, but see look at the misfire. So number 1 is clear, number 2 is clear, number 3 has misfires, and number 4 has misfires. So I'll take you to the readings. So read fault memory. So cylinder 3, cylinder 4, 300, 3, cylinder 3, random misfire, cylinder 4. So I'll give you the background to the story. So the guy, it's a friend's car, and he got it into his garage as a cylinder 3 misfire. So he changed the coil, but he swapped them about, I think he put, was it 3 to 4 Roddy or something like that? Or 3 to 1? 3 to 1. And he ended up with a worse misfire after they swapped the coils. So he also changed the fuel rail, and this has got a brand new footwell off another Honda Jazz, which is exactly the same. So he's changed that. So we're now at the stage where do we check? So we asked him. He said he had compression, good compression on the 4 cylinders, 160 psi. So that seems good enough. He's changed the fuel rail, as I said. But, so we're actually going to go after the coils. And what we're going to check for power and ground at the coils, which are at the back here, which are a pain to get at. And we're going to check to see if the computer's actually sending a signal to them. Or if, because what we're wondering if that coil has maybe damaged the driver within the PCM. We're not sure, but we're going to strip this cowling off so we can get access to the coils. So what we've done here, we went after number 1 coil. See, that's number 1 at this side. And we've probed into the white, was it white wire already?
White wire, right.
White wire, and that's the control wire for a good known coil. So look at our pattern on our scope. So that's what tells the coil to fire from the PCM, so we know that's good. So we're going to check, we'll just check them all just to see we've got this square signal. So number 1 is definitely good. So number 1's at this side, number 4's at that side. So that looks good. Number 3, we just skipped out number 2. So you can see that we've got a signal there. That's exactly the same as the other one, isn't it?
Right.
So what that says to me is the PCM's okay for the ignition side is okay because it's sending its signal, so it's no damage. So we'll check number 4, but then we need to go and check our powers and grounds to that coil. The power and the grounds to each of the coil, but we can just do that with a test light. So that's good news. So we're checking our coil for power and ground, so you can see 4 amp test light. Pulls it great, and we're just down at the back there. We're into the brown wire and we're into the yellow black wire, so we've got a good supply there. So we're using old data to figure this one out. So you can see here, black yellow is our power supply, white is our signal wire for the PCM, and brown is our ground. So you can see brown goes to our ground there. So with us doing that test, that proves we'll have power and ground, but we're just going to check the lot, especially 3 and 4. So you can see on number 4 we have a duty cycle to tell the coil to fire. So that looks good. So we've checked power and grounds on them all. So we've all got power and grounds and they've all got a duty cycle, yet we still have a misfire. So the next test we're going to do is a relative compression test, just using our ear. Just connect all the spark plugs and crank it over and see what she sounds like, the cranking cadence. So here we go. Open your lugs, see if there's any hesitation, any skipping the beat. No, that sounds fine, eh? That sounds perfect. So we went back to the trusty spark plug tester. So this is on number 3, right, Roddy? Ah, that'll be fine. Right, we decided to type misfire into all data. So here gives us a few ideas. So it's telling you to look at freeze frame and all these components here: engine speed, vehicle speed, relative TP sensor, blah blah blah. It's asking if it sets these codes. Well, we've got 2 codes out of 4. And then it comes down again and it says replace faulty ignition coil, but we've got a spark, so I don't believe it is a coil. You never know though. If this car does not like that coil, it will cut that injector. I've seen that before, and you'll never get the injector fired because it hates the coil. So that's one thing to keep in mind. It come down misfire. Misfire. So it says faulty injectors. So the injectors have been replaced. Do an engine compression and cylinder leak down. Now the guy done an engine compression test and he says it's all good, 160 psi. Never done a leak down test, so maybe could do that. Then this one, do the VTEC rocker arm test. So that could be one, because this is the kind of way we're heading, but we're not sure. Let's keep reading. So it's saying injector 2P connector's a problem.
Hello there. Lodge, what's the name? Woods? Martin?
Right, we've done all our tests on our spark, right? Maybe shouldn't have started it, but never mind, we did. So what we've decided to do now, every time it generates that fault code, it cuts the injectors. So our next test is, we removed the air ducting with the air mass meter, and Roddy's got some brake clean here, and we've just been spraying it in here, right? And the engine is smoothing out. So I'm going to try it again. I'll show you the graph just to prove the concept. We have a fueling issue, but why it's cutting these injectors, I don't know. Well, it's cutting injectors because it believes there's a misfire. So with injectors being changed, well, when we're getting it smooth, we can rule out mechanical problems and everything like that, eh?
Aye.
Definitely.
It's smoothing it.
Smoothing out. Right, let's try this test again. So already just got to spray this into here. Go back. Read the fault codes. So we've actually not got any misfire codes this time, Roddy.
Yeah.
So with him spraying that brake clean in, no misfire codes. So we'll clear out these codes, but they'll come right back because we have the air mass meter disconnected. Right? So we'll read them. So there we go. We'll go back out. We'll go into our data stream. We'll type miss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So we'll go to misses, so we'll graph them. So right, ready?
See when we're doing it, I'll let it, you can just shout when it's getting rough. And then
Well, what I was thinking, didn't let it get rough,
right,
because then it cuts injectors.
But it takes me well, eh?
Aye, that's true. Right, so we're going to start this up. Right, my man? Yes, we start. We've got misfires. Right, Roddy's spraying it in. The engines, feel that, we've not got as many misses. We've still got a miss on 4. And I'm going to, so 4's still bad. So I'll let it idle again. So 4's climbing. 3's alright at the moment. 4's climbing. Keep spraying, Roddy. And we're good. We're good. That helps. Doesn't get ready for, but it helps. So we've got an odd one on cylinder 3. You want to spray in again, my man? So it's 4. So you can see that's... We've got a steady check engine light, it's no flashing, so it's no cut injected. So... So giving it more fuel's reduced it a lot. So that is better. So we'll have to go after that injector. Right. So we've managed to get to number 4. We've back probed the injector, and you can watch our test light as we light this. So if this detects a misfire, it will cut this. So a stop start usually clears it. So here we go. There we go. That's fine, my man. So you can see that that's working. So that should be, in theory, electrically shooting fuel into there. But obviously it's no, because when we give it fuel it's quite happy. So it's something to do with that injector. Light into number 3 injector. So let's watch our misfires now. So 3 and 4 are going up exactly the same. So I got a bit better with revving that there. Cylinder 4 stopped misfiring, Roddy. I knew it is. Oh, but the check engine light's flashing. So let's go and look at the codes and see what cylinders it's cut. Did it keep flashing there?
It's flashing at the time, man.
Right, so it's complaining about cylinder 3. This car's doing her head in. I've managed to go to number 3, and you can see there I've got a good injector pattern. Now that's gone from 12 up, spiking all the way up to 30, no, 70, 60, 70 volts. That's good. And it looks like it's got a pintle hump there. That little bit there. But we need to compare it with something else, because we're pretty sure we've not got any fuel delivery, but we've got injection pulse. Or is that enough of a pintle hump? Don't know. We're now on to one of the good ones, so this is number 1, so let's watch this. See, there you go. Same pattern. Yeah, we rev, Roddy? Oh. Same kind of pintle hump. Right, update. This car's getting better, sorry. You can see that we still have the odd misfire in cylinder 4, but nothing on 3, nothing on 1 and nothing on 2. So the difference is he put 40 fuel tank cleaner in it to go through the injectors. So it is a fuel injector issue, but it's dirty fuel or clogged injectors or something like that. So we'll let it go at the moment, but you can see, let's go back. Read fault codes. These are moved, well, it's current the number 4, but temporary is the rest. So we're then going to read the stream again. Miss fire 1, 2, 3, 4. Graph it. So we've still got, well, there still is a, so we're on the right track with these injectors.